Hello students, I am JVN Nehal Mittal and your topic for today is Rajya Sabha. Rajya Sabha is the upper house in the parliament, and the Rajya Sabha is the house that is permanent in nature and it can never be dissolved. And this is because every member that is elected to the Rajya Sabha serves for a term of 6 years, and one third of the members do retire biennially, while the other members continue their tenure. So it's like an election in different batches. Retired members are subject to re-election as well. This house consists of 250 members, out of which 238 members are elected by the means of single transferable vote, and 12 members are nominated by the President on the advice of the Council of Ministers. The method of election of these members is listed in Article 80, Clause 1 of the Indian Constitution. It says that the members would be elected by the elected members of respective state assembles in accordance with the proportionate representation of every state. This provision thus reflects the federal nature of the Council of States, where every state is represented proportionally. However, the number of members who are representing each state varies from 1 to as large as 31 for Uttar Pradesh. So, Article 84 of the Indian Constitution provides for the qualifications to become a member of Rajya Sabha. That is, one must have the nationality of India and it does not hold any office of profit and must have completed 30 years of age. Article 102 of the Indian Constitution provides for the conditions on which one can be disqualified from either of the houses. It says that one must be disqualified as member of the house if he or she holds any office of profit, if he or she is of unsound mind, if he or she is discharged insolvent, if he or she is not a citizen of India and has voluntarily accepted the nationality of the other nations, if he or she is disqualified under any law made by the parliament. Now the chairperson and the deputy chairpersons of Rajya Sabha. So in Rajya Sabha, the vice president of India presides of its sessions and is ex officio chairperson of the house. However, to take care of its day-to-day affairs and to preside over the sessions in absence of the chairperson, that is the vice president, a member of the house itself is chosen internally by the Rajya Sabha as a deputy chairperson of the house. Now, regarding the utility and the need of the second chambers in the parliament, an extensive debate has taken place in the Constituent Assembly while framing of the constitution, and ultimately it was agreed to adopt a bicameral system of legislature, and thus the Rajya Sabha was formed as the second chamber with a different method of election and different composition altogether. The utility of the Rajya Sabha can be understood by a hypothetical situation. For example, suppose after general elections, a single political party comes to a thumping majority in the lower house. Now, having this majority, they can pass any bills or piece of the legislation, even if the same is not fruitful to the people and the democracy, unless there is a system of check. So, this second house will serve as a safety valve and a system of check regarding all the functions of the lower house. So, that's all for today. Thank you so much.